You are watching 13 on your side.
Cars pile up everywhere. There's cop cars. I mean, this is just an absolutely. I have a feeling I am here for the rest of the day.
A driver who narrowly avoided a multi-car pileup in Kalamazoo County describes what it was like.
And officials continue to urge people to stay off the roads.
Good afternoon, I'm Val Lego.
I'm Juliette Dragus.
I'm Kirk Montgomery.
Thank you for joining us with this special winter weather alert special report. We start this afternoon with the winter storm that continues right here in West Michigan.
Some areas have seen as much as a foot of snow.
And more snow is expected to fall as we head into the weekend. We're on your side with team coverage this afternoon, including the most up-to-date traffic information and live reports from the roads.
We'll also have important reminders for drivers if you plan to head out in the snow this weekend.
But let's begin with Chief Meteorologist George Lessons, who has the very latest on this winter storm.
Snow continues to fall. It depends on your location, whether it's snowing heavily or not at all. Let's take a look at some of the snow totals so far. We've had the most here at WZZM 13 the past day and a half. This is actually almost a 36-hour total of 14.2 inches, 10 inches in Gobles and Decatur. Many areas now approaching 9 inches, including here in the city of East Grand Rapids and downtown Grand Rapids. Yesterday, we set a record. We're still updating the amounts here today. We beat the old record by a half an inch. Lake effect snow continues across the area. And again, it depends on your location. This will ramp up a little bit this evening and then wind down overnight tonight. And tomorrow morning may not be snowing in a lot of locations, but it'll ramp back up in the afternoon and then end tomorrow night. Visibility's down less than about 3 miles or less, 1.75 miles along the lakeshore now. It can go from very good visibility to almost zero, and that's when the issues end up on the area roads as you travel. Temperatures are at or below freezing. They're in the mid and upper 20s, 30 at the lakeshore. And again, we have a little bit of a wind, but the winds are going to pick up again tomorrow afternoon. They'll be gusting to 40 at the lakeshore. So the north-south roads will start to see more drifting of the snow as that picks up tomorrow afternoon. Winter storm warning was extended, as I thought it might be, from Saturday morning to Sunday morning, but most of the snow will be done here later on Saturday night. And on Sunday, sun will probably come out and you'll get a chance to clean up all of this snow. So once again, we'll take a closer look at how much snow will be coming in your community over the next 24 hours in just a few minutes.
And the snow continues to cause some major issues on West Michigan roads, especially the highways.
Officials are saying stay home if you can, but if you do need to head out on the roads, there are some areas that you should avoid.
13 on your side meteorologist Michael Behrens joining us now with the latest traffic conditions. Michael, how are things looking?
Yeah, things are certainly slowing down across West Michigan this afternoon. I want to show you a live view from our weather tracker. This is on US 31 North in Holland, where, of course, we're seeing traffic slowing down here this evening. The roads near the lakeshore, though, not nearly as bad as some of what we're seeing here in Kent County. This view here showing largely just wet roads, but, of course, we'll keep an eye on how conditions change throughout the evening. Here across Kent County, slowdowns abound right now with flowing traffic on 196 to the north. This is on the west side of the city. Market Avenue, speeds around 20 to 30 miles per hour. You head to US 31 North heading toward downtown, speed slower than posted, but not as bad as it could be, around 50 to 60 miles per hour. M6 to the west, though, that's where things really start to slow down. Speeds at Kalamazoo Avenue only around 15 to 25, and that's due to several accidents we're seeing on the south side of the city right now. Accident at Kalamazoo Avenue blocking the right lane of westbound M6. Another right lane accident on westbound M6. This is at M37, but that accident confined to the shoulder. We're also tracking an accident on the north side of town, left shoulder, US 131 south at River Drive. So watch out for slowdowns and, of course, take it slow this afternoon.
Thank you, Michael. Well, first responders across the area responded to a number of crashes, especially along the busy highways like US 131. 13 on your side's Nate Belt is live right now in Kalamazoo County, where more than 20 cars were involved in a pileup. And you have that part of our team coverage for us, Nate.
Yeah, Val, that pile up actually causing right now the southbound lanes of 131 to be closed. That starts right here at D Avenue, which is where we're standing. We'll show you right here the on-ramp. You can see the flashing lights here, folks, keeping people from getting onto the on-ramp for southbound 131. Now this exit also here has just been flooded with cars for the last hour that we've been out here, watching people get off the highway and avoid that closed lanes. Now we want to shift over here too. We want to show you on the other side of this carpool lot. This is what you face if you are not driving carefully out there today. This car has clearly been there a while. It's got snow on it. We haven't seen anybody go in and out of it. Do not know how that happened, but again, we just want to make sure nobody has any accidents like that. Now, as you heard Val mention, we had that 20-car pileup here on 131 going southbound just about a half hour ago. We talked with a gentleman, Mark Liddell. Mark was driving on the highway at that time. He was the second car to just kind of swerve out of the way. He just missed it. He described his situation to us.
We were just driving down, and you're about 35 miles an hour because it was white out. And you're trying to be cautious and whatnot, and then just all of a sudden you look up and there is just semis literally perpendicular to the expressway. Next thing you know, you're seeing cars behind you getting piled up, and the pure fact I didn't get crushed is amazing. But yeah, there's 20 cars or so that they got into it, and it's, you know, thank God nobody's seriously injured. So, but yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Now, again, as we mentioned, the southbound lanes here at 131 closed. We talked with Michigan State Police earlier. They tell us if you do have to go out tonight, take it extra careful, but they advise that you do not go out tonight at all. Stay home, stay warm, stay safe. They tell us the Southwest District of the Michigan State Police has responded to 100 calls today, at least 100 calls today. We don't want you guys to end up in one of those, continuing to have those calls pile up. So stay safe as you can. For now, we'll send it back to the studio. Nate Bell, live in Kalamazoo County, 13 on your side.
In Ottawa County, many students had a snow day because it was just too dangerous for school buses to be out on the roads. Our Keely Levin spent the morning with a driver from the Ottawa County Road Commission, but right now she's in Kent County and joins us now live from Grand Rapids to tell us about the changing conditions downtown. And it has changed a lot since we saw you last, Keely.
You're absolutely right, and we continue to tell you all that this is a very rapidly changing storm. Sometimes it's downtime, sometimes it's really heavy. I can tell you right now, really heavy snow coming down. This is I-196 you're seeing behind me, eastbound lanes. When I joined you guys just about an half hour ago, not a whole lot of cars, but I can tell you during this rush hour time, a lot of more cars are starting to pick up, and the road is starting to be really snow covered. We've seen a few trucks come by dropping salt, plowing, but really a lot of people coming in from the Holland area down 196 towards downtown, toward Lansing. A lot of cars starting to congest right there, and I decided to stay here in Grand Rapids where, instead of getting back on the road to Ottawa County. But this morning I spoke with a man who's been with the Ottawa County Road Commission for more than 20 years. His name is Kurt Potts, and he tells me he loves his job. He does say, though, that some things that we can all do as drivers to make their job easier, of course, give them space. And he says a lot of their workers there are up early, doing what they can to keep people safe. And above all of that, he says at the end of the day, he still really loves what he does.
I really enjoy it. I like the figuring out what to do each day. Gives you a challenge. The weather's different every day. You get the salt working, and then when the cars come through, they help work it in for you. When you have snow like this, you just got to keep patrolling and watch the roads change and reapply.
So something else that Potts was explaining to me is that if you're deciding what road or what route to take home, if you're just heading out the door to head home for your commute this evening, really head for those major roads that are going to be the ones that are cleared first. Any of the back roads and not ones that are as traveled or as crowded, they're going to be lesser priority for those road crews. So if you can take those major roads, M roads, anything with the interstate, major roads in your county, if you're really heading home for the evening, those will be treated much better. So again, I-196 starting to pick up traffic-wise. We haven't seen any problems so far. We'll continue to track the latest updates and continue to bring you the live coverage right here from Grand Rapids. Reporting live, Keely Lovern, 13 on your side.
All right, Keely, thank you. Another way to stay safe is to do a few things actually before you hit the road. 13 on your side's Charlie Tinker is joining us now live from Muskegon. Charlie, we got to clean our cars, and it's not just the hood. We can't forget the roof.
No, Kirk. Number one offense. You've probably seen it all the time as you've been commuting either last night, this morning. Certainly a lot of repeat offenders out there. You want to get the details right. You want to make sure you're getting beyond the windshield. Make sure that's defrosted, obviously. That's key, having full visibility. You also want to get some of those hard to reach spots. We did this a little bit earlier today, so it's pretty clean, but you can see the roof still has some ice. Get at that with the scraper if you've got to. Making sure you get really everything, because again, it can be such a distraction. The Michigan Office of Highway Traffic Safety Planning really put that message on blast on social media this morning. We saw several posts from them, including this one. We've all seen those folks just like these cruising down the road with those layers of snow still caked on there. Norton Shores PD says, yeah, you don't want to be that driver.
Really, at the end of the day, the driver is the most important safety feature of the car, right? We have anti-lock brake systems, we have traction control, seat belts, but at the end of the day, if we can just be cautious and slow down a little bit, it'll go a long way. Before we hit the road, we always need to make sure we're cleaning off our car all the way, because we need to be able to see everything out there.
Yeah, cannot repeat that enough. I'm giving you a feel for just how busy first responders across our viewing area were last night into this morning. State police say they responded to around 75 accidents, not including slide-offs or anything like that, not including some of the pile-ups we profiled or accidents in the last few hours. And that is just between Kent, Ottawa, and Muskegon. And Kent, get this, 1,000 emergency calls to dispatch on Thursday alone, 529 of them 911 calls, Kirk, and no better reminder out there than to take it easy, take it a little slow, make sure your tires are aired up. You have good snow tires on there. We're going to send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Charlie, stay warm.
And good windshield wipers, too,
And
as we know.
wipers. Absolutely. And you can keep up to date with West Michigan's changing weather in real time.
Go to our 13 on Your Side weather app. You can check the current conditions, see the upcoming forecast, and the radar.
It is free to download in the App Store and on Google Play. Just search for WZZM 13 Weather.